Hey, good evening. I'm Jonathan Costello of Carolina Realty, and I'd like to give you a quick real estate market update. I'm at beautiful Lake Bowen Anchor Park. The boat's put in here, the sun's setting here over the mountains. Check that out. I came here and hopefully to get a couple drone photos for my Lake Bowen page. Earlier I was in Greenville and Lake Saluda looking at a couple lots over there. So what's going on with the real estate market? The big news is interest rates. So earlier last week, rates were up to about 7.5%, and as of this morning, they're down to almost 7%. So that's a good thing. Everyone's kind of looking towards the Fed pivot. When will the Fed stop raising interest rates and then begin lowering interest rate? That would be termed the Fed pivot. Analysts are hoping, they're expecting, I think, next summer, hopefully for that. But inflation has been sticky. So CPI and then the other metric the Fed uses, which is PCE, are both showing that inflation is wanting to just stick around. So that's not great news for interest rates, but maybe they'll get them under control, that being inflation, and maybe the rates will level off and start coming down. So what has rates done to the market? It's slowed the market. It's throttled the market. It was white hot after COVID. A lot of people coming into the state. That's still happening. There's still a lot of people moving into upstate South Carolina. I was on some of the back roads today, and then I was on 85 yesterday, and I enjoy looking at all the different tags from New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, state. A lot of people from different states coming in for vacation, and then some of them are looking at buying here. I had a buyer from Texas looking near the Inman, Campobello, Landrum, Tryon, Saluda area because they're putting in a new cycling trail like Swamp Rabbit Trail in Greenville. And it's going to connect downtown Inman to Campobello, to Landrum, to Tryon, and then to Saluda. I mean, Tryon, Saluda, it's just so beautiful. It would go over a waterfall there. At least the waterfall would be down beneath. So South Carolina, I think, has contributed several $1 million for this project. I went to two city councils, an Inman City Council and a Landrum City Council, and they're both saying this is a go. Construction should start as early as next year. So that's kind of the big news for those townships. And then in terms of Greenville, it's a destination city still. It's growing, lots of people coming in. Spartanburg's continuing to grow. BMW's building a battery plant. So existing home sales, the volume has been off. Builders are substituting. They're offering some really nice incentives right now. In terms of free upgrades, they're offering realtor bonuses. For a realtor bonus, I tend to kick at least half of that back to you as a buyer. But numbers of builders are offering these realtor bonuses right now. They're offering upgrades. They're offering some closing costs, and you can use these concessions for an interest rate buy down. So rates are about 7% right now, but you can get as much as maybe a 2% buy down. So you could have rates at 5.25 right now. If we buy it down, we can negotiate for this on existing homes if the seller's willing to give some concessions for that. So that's kind of an interest rate workaround. So where do we see things heading into next year? Again, we're all hoping for the Fed pivot. For those of you who've been around for several decades, rates were in the teens in the 1980s. And it wasn't until the 1990s that rates began to come down. So the biggest news right now are those interest rates and inflation. But there's a lot of buyers coming into the upstate, so that's kind of helped insulate the local upstate market. So that's a quick recap. Today's August 31st. It's the evening. Tomorrow's September 1st. So this weekend kicks off college football, and what I'd like to do is put together the schedules for some of the top teams for you. And as I close out here, I'm going to turn the camera to the sunset here, but I'd like to wish you peace, good health, and prosperity. Take care, be well, and I hope to hear from you. And here's the sunset.